Hello and welcome to Alders Farm Fishery. I'm Andrew Settle, the managing partner of Joseph James Law. We're here for a very special occasion. We have got two absolute angling superstars taking on Nick Speed and Tommy Pickering. It's a pairs competition and we are going to be combining our weight on a 5-hour match in tricky conditions. It's been frost overnight. I think we're going to catch a lot of fish and hopefully we can show what us amateurs can do on a local venue. We're here fishing for a really excellent cause, which is to raise a defibrillator for the fishery. It's something which is no one really mentions actually, but I've actually been on a fishing match where someone has unfortunately lost their life as a result of a heart attack. We all know people that have lost people as a result of heart attack, and I think if we can raise a defibrillator for the local community and the fishery today, then that'll be an absolute fantastic cause to come out and do the things that we love.
Well, we're here at the fabulous Alders Farm, Milton Keynes. A few weeks ago I got a call from the bandit himself, Trevor Price, offering me and Speedy out. Says we can smash you up, we're going to beat you. Come down here and bring your Yorkshire pounds and we're going to smash it up. But what he did say was I could bring my book along and I could sell it, which was very nice of him. And very nice of the people that he's got to come down and I've got to autograph him while I'm fishing. He's done everything he can to stop me fishing. He's a right bandit for £1. I mean, I ask you. But thank you to all the people that's come down and done a nice book signing, and hopefully they'll have something to read tonight before they fall asleep. But that's really nice of them. But the main thing is the match. Now, Trevor and Andy Settle from JJL Law, proper two bandits, they've been winding us up for 3 weeks. 3 weeks been winding up, saying, no, we can't beat you, we've no chance, you're professionals and all that. Oh yeah, we know about all this. Well, it's a good job I brought Speedy down, because they've got me wound up properly. Right, they've got me up, line and sinker. They've got people coming down, looking at me tattle, playing about with me bait. So I put Speedy in the middle, and he's got to do his job. And if he don't do his job, well, two bandits will beat us and have a Yorkshire pound. But it's a nice day, it's a pleasure to be here, but we know we're being stitched up. We ain't got a chance really. Local experts, I've already noticed pink ground bait. Who has pink ground bait? We didn't even know about this. It's a right setup. We'll be going back to Yorkshire, me and Speedy, £2 less, but we don't care. We don't care. I don't know. We ain't got a chance really. But let me tell you, we're going to go down fighting. We're going to go down fighting.
Well, you've joined us at the fantastic Alders Farm on the Ash Lake, and what a beautiful day for a fantastic cause. So myself and Tommy are down here for a challenge against Andrew Settle and Trevor Price. Now, what I love about it is Tom has gone to the decency of actually having everybody interview right next to Andrew Settle's peg, so we're making loads of noise, loads of disturbance. Hopefully that's going to push a few fish into my peg as well. Tommy's drawn his usual M peg. As you can see at the start, he wasn't happy with the draw, but actually I really fancy it. I think as a team draw, I think we're all right. I think, look, it's a bit of a laugh. We're going to have a really good laugh today, catch loads of fish, and it's all for a fantastic cause. So I'm really looking forward to the day out and can't wait to get fishing.
So today we've got the challenge match with the professionals and the novices. They've been up to no good already. Tommy Pickering was here overnight baiting up. Don't know how he got in, but Nick Speed's been gardening and basically ruining the fishery. Why we're letting them stay, I don't know, but because it's for £1, we can't let that go unchallenged, I think is the word. Nick's already told me he's going to get £200. Tommy's already said he's going to get £300. So we're really up against it. I could do with everybody's help on this one. We've made the challenge into a fundraising for a defibrillator. That will save somebody's life, no doubt. And you guys have been fantastic. The fishery is fantastic. And it's just now, fortunately, I've got a building company called Buttles who are going to support us with materials. And afterwards, I'm going to use Joseph James Law to sue Nick Speed and Tommy Pickering for all their skullduggery. And I should get some money out of them too.
Well, tactics. Now the beauty, I've only fished this lake once before, and this was in the Joseph James Law team event earlier on in the year, and I was lucky enough to draw the opposite bank 23, and that day I had a lovely day on the feeder. Now I'm more or less in the same location of the lake but on the other bank, and I suppose a lot of this comes down to watercraft. You know, I've not seen the venue, I don't know it that well. I had a big weight that day, I had 200 and odd pound, 230 pound on the method and won the lake, but today's different. As soon as I got to the water, I could instantly see the water's gone clear. So of course your setup changes, and I've started on the feeder fishing towards the island, but as opposed to chucking up to the island in the summertime, I'm actually fishing maybe away where the fish would naturally back off to in that open water. I've got a lovely expanse of open water. I've had a few on the method out there. I think I've had 5 or 6 in the first hour. But I knew when I plummeted up that the depth on the pole is absolutely perfect for the carp to feel safe and just kind of like hang around on this pole line for a long period of time. So I thought I'll keep it simple and fish pellets long. So what I'm doing is I'm pinging 6mm pellets, only 2 or 3 at a time, and you can see they're reacting to that noise instantly. So I'm using a 4x14 rig, a Malman Speedy, 016 mainline, 012 up length. I know I'm fishing for decent carp in here, but I feel that my tackle is balanced. An 012 up length, an 810 elastic, just cushions everything. So it's amazing the size of the fish that you can catch even with an 012 up length. 18 up, 6mm band of pellet, and I've just plummeted up just so my bait's touching. I'm not getting a lot of bites, but when I do get one, it's on, which is nice fishing, you know, where you're not getting liners or foul looking fish, it's just steady away fishing. I've not picked 16 metres, I've just picked a nice comfortable distance to ping, and hopefully as the day progresses the fish will build up confidence and feed more confidently on this line, which hopefully will result in a few more bites. I think I've got 15 carp now. You know, one on. I've not even fed yet and I've got one on. Isn't it great when that happens? So, as you can see, just feeding a little bit of bait, it's kind of like aggravating them to take your hook bait, which is exactly what's happened. And as I say, because I'm fishing fine, it's just a case of just taking it nice and slow, take your time, enjoy the moment. I couldn't ask for a better day for catching fish on the pole than today. I've got to watch that fence behind me because I've already been electrocuted. But they're lovely stamp fish, you know, like 2 to 4 pound fish, and it's amazing. If you just take your time, you can soon build up a good weight with these fish. And hopefully we might get a few big ones. This seems a better fish actually. But you can see how clear that water is. You can actually see them. That's a better stamp anyway. Hooks come out, which is even better. So yeah, hopefully if I carry on like this, I'll have a nice net of fish.
So my simple approach today was, looked at the peg yesterday, it didn't fish, 20 pound come off of it. So after checking with who was fishing it, they fished the pole. So I decided to fish the Waggler. I've started at depth and the fish are out there, but they're going up and down. So I'm changing the depths accordingly, just fishing double maggots. Everybody's got their own favourites. So for me, it's the Maver Wagglers, but I use the MVR and the Signature Wagglers. Still the old-fashioned 911 Camasan hooks, and old-fashioned hook length again is the Seal Star Match. My reel line is the 018 all-round Colmic. It's just something that's never let me down, and it's just a very good line. It casts well. All I'm fishing out there today is a 5-gram Waggler, and what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 or 3 casts at a particular depth. As we've got a bit of ripple turned up now, I shall now just come in, and my next cast, I'll do very short casts, 2-minute casts, and what I'll do is I'll move the float deeper by the length of the float, the depth by the length of the float. That way I know where I am, where I've started and where I've finished. So all I've gone is the deepness of the float, and sometimes it can catch you an additional fish, sometimes it doesn't, but I think since I've started today, I've changed the Waggler twice just because of the conditions changing, and I've probably changed the rig around about, I don't know, 15, 20 times, like subtle changes, just depth changes, no different. And if you was fishing up in the water, that would be exactly what you would do. And that really is how I fish the Waggler. But I'll have a couple more casts, and then if I don't catch it, then I'll return to my pole line and keep looking down there. Now, I'm using the Garbolino Ultima rod, probably the best rod I've ever used for this type of fishing. It's just a fabulous rod. Everyone's got their favourites, but for me this has probably been the best rod I've ever had.
This is a little awkward, but I care about your loss, and I think that this is the best decision for me.
Well, I've drawn peg 2 today at Alders Farm, and I've drawn next to Andy, JJ himself, and but this looks a great peg. I mean, you've got so many options, even in the winter, that, I mean, we don't come here, but you'd put your tackle on this peg, you'd really fancy it. But because I don't know the venue, we don't know what to expect, so what I started off with, thinking it's winter and it's cold, tried to use my knowledge, and I've just cast a feeder, a little banjo feeder, about 30 metres, simple setup, and then I've looked for pellets, this side of it 6mm pellets, and I'll get that many indications. I picked my bomb rod up, and my bomb rod is pretty straightforward. As you can see there, I like a running bomb, just 15 grams, it runs free on the line. So, and I like the interchangeable ones, so I can put different ones on for distance. If I want to go a bit further, I can put a 20 or a 25 on, and it just goes on to a quick change bead, which I can put my up length on. The length of the hook is 30 centimetres. I just find that's best for bomb fishing. It's just simple, really. 16 to 016 with a banded pellet, and that's I started catching on that. It was pretty obvious when I found the pellets and I was getting indications. But while I was doing that, I think I've caught quite a few on that now. But I've got some rushes there with points about 3 foot deep, and I was loose feeding maggots with catapult. I was just firing them in, and then about half an hour before I decided to go on it, I started potting them. And when you fish with maggots, I put a bigger pot on than I would do this time of year, just because it's maggots. If it were pellets, probably half size of that. And I just fill that with maggots and just fish 2 red maggots on the hook. And my rig is pretty straightforward. It's just a 0.2 of a float, because it's only 3 foot deep. I've got a 6-inch hook length, a number 10 dropper, 4 inches above that another number 10 dropper, and then my bulk, which is the rest of the shot, which is 4 or 5 inches above that. But I've just spread it out a little bit because it's maggot fishing. I don't know why, but when I'm pellet fishing I like it together because it's more direct. But when you're maggot fishing and you have 2 or 3 inches on the bottom, I just find that's better. And I just use that lovely little float there, 0.2, and just dot it down, half a bristle. And that's it, simple. And all I've been doing, I've been feeding plenty of maggots, like that. Just fill the pot up, 2 red maggots on a 16, fill it up. There's a lot of maggots in that, and you just tip them in and then put your hook bait in the middle. As you can see, there's a lot of maggots. Maggot fishing, you can get away with that. If it were pellets, you can't. If you put that many pellets in, you'd just kill your peg and it'd be a nightmare. And that's all I'm going to do at rest at match now, is hopefully just keep catching them just off the reeds. I've had to up my tattle a little bit because of the reeds. Everyone's trying to get in, so I've got an 013 bottom on a 16 and the new fish black elastic, and it's handling them absolutely perfect. I'm not having a problem really. And that's my setup. So all I've done is, one of my rules at winter is start long, finish short. That's the summer one. When it's warm, start long, finish short. In the winter, the fish back off and you normally have to go away. But in this case, because it's warm, the fish have come into the reeds, so I've actually changed it a little bit to more summer tactics. But there's plenty of fish here, and hopefully I'll keep catching rest at match.
Thanks for tuning in. We've had a fantastic day. I just want to talk a little bit about what my firm do. We're big supporters of a lot of the angling trade and the angling companies, and also the fishermen. If you do want to get in touch with Joseph James Law, despite the pandemic and despite the crisis the country finds itself in, we've been able to support local businesses and local people through all their legal services that they may require, including employment law, debt recovery, financial claims, and any commercial assistance they may need. So if you do need any legal help, get in touch with us and we'll be there to support you 24/7.
I won't say I'm happy. Had a dodgy Yorkshireman on my left, cheated all day, sending smoke a vapour, whatever it was. Couldn't see me float. Got a dodgy one on peg 2. Just don't know what to say. They both asked me for the pound. Well, they're not getting that. I'm not sending a pound back with that. Who is this Tommy Pickering bloke? Ever heard of him? Nick Speed. What's he ever won? So I'm not happy, all right? That's the end of it.
Well, what a day. I can honestly say that were absolutely fantastic. We should do more days like this. It were outstanding. We've absolutely can't tell you how good we've been treated. All the people at Alders Farm have been outstanding. They've looked after us. Trevor, what a job, just incredible really. All the effort the people have come down supporting it, buying me boat, which I thank you very much, I hope you enjoy it. I can't believe how many people. There's been a bit of gamesmanship as well by Terry. Every half an hour sending somebody along to go to the van to get a book to sign, and then they talk to me and everything like that. So I've only fished for 2 hours, but what a day. I can't tell you, this is what it's all about. Everybody's just loved it. Fishing, match fishing or whatever you want, but thank you so much for coming down. It's been absolutely outstanding. Alders Farm, I mean what, and has been outstanding. And of course Andy Settle, JJ Law, unbelievable. What they've put into this event is unbelievable. Really hope he makes it a yearly thing. I really hope that, because the amount of people that's come down, when we get out to lockdown and everything like that, we'll get more people. I mean, me and Speedy, we're just entertainers. We like to talk to people. The fishing comes second. We've had a laugh and everything like that. And I hope people have learnt a few things. But them two, Andy and Trev, top men, absolutely outstanding. But we've smashed them. The Northerners have smashed them. That's the good news. And we haven't fished half a day. No matter what he says down there, complaining about Speedy with his vapour and everything like that. We thought we were going to get smashed up. They thought they were going to smash it, but we didn't. The Northerners won. But what's the most important thing is that Trevor, him there, right, he's got my pound and I won it. So come on. No, don't run off. No. Come here! Come here! Come here!